Hi, we will discuss Adobe Experience Manager 6.0. So this is one small demo of AEM. So before starting AEM, I would like to give the definition of AEM. AEM is a CMS content management tool which works on the terminology what you see is what you get. So as compared to traditional platforms where we used to have code for everything and which was not very um, end user friendly or not very content author friendly. So once the site was created and later on if the content author want to make any changes in that, he has to go and make the changes in the code. So again, that typical traditional way, the CMS comes into picture. So is once the site is created and later on if any changes you have to make into that, so the content author need not go to the code. Everything is what you see on your screen, on your graphical user interface. Whatever you want to do, any editing, if you want to change a text, if you want to change an image, whatever you want to do, you can do it from your screen without going to the code part. So that is the basic foundation of content management tools. Along with that, how AEM stands way ahead of the other content management tools is um, as a whole package. AEM comes with the web content management where you can create your website, your web pages. You can create a replica of your existing website. You can do the localization. If say for example, if you create a basic general website in English, so you can very easily create the site for different languages without doing anything from scratch. You can do this using multi-site management. Then it comes with your workflow workflow management. So you can, as the name suggests, workflow is nothing but a sequence of steps. So you can create the workflows using AEM. It comes out of the box with the package. Then the next thing is digital asset management, which is very important and very crucial feature of AEM. As you can keep all your digital assets, let it be an image, a video, any PDF documents, any whatever digital assets will be used in your website, you can create, you can keep in the DAM. I mean, the digital asset management, we call it as the DAM. So you can keep all your digital assets in the DAM. Along with that, um, there are several such features. You can create your campaigns, you can create the teasers, you can create the segmentation, you can do the personalization. So everything is possible in AEM. Along with that, you can do the integration with the other tools. Although suppose, I mean, if certain things you want to do using some e-commerce tools, some like the cart functionality and all, so you can do the integration with the e-commerce tools also. So talking of AEM, how and when it came to picture, so there was a company Day which originally created this tool back in 1994. So at that time, the name of the tool was Day CQ. CQ stands for Communique. So Day was a company who started this tool and in 1994, and somewhere around 2010, Adobe acquired Day, and the name changed from Day to Adobe Day CQ. And at that time, the version of it was 5.4. So since then, many new versions came. After 5.4, it was 5.5, 5.6.1, then 6.0, and the latest one is 6.1. And they also changed the name from Adobe DCQ to AEM. AEM stands for Adobe Experience Manager. So that was a basic definition of AEM. So next I will go to the architectural overview of AEM. So this structure shows the architecture of AEM. So at the basic level, the foundation of tool is Java. This CMS, the AEM tool is created on top of Java. So at backend, everything is in Java. So that is the basic foundation of AEM. Then on top of AEM, AEM comes with its inbuilt servlet engine. So you don't require any other servlet engine to compile your servlets or your JSP code. Whatever your Java code will be compiled by the servlet engine that comes out of the box with AEM. Along with that, if you want an application server, so you can configure your AEM in any application server, let it be your Apache Tomcat or your IBM WebSphere. So wherever you want, you can configure AEM in the application server, though that is not mandatory. It's an optional thing. Then on top of that, there is a CRX that stands for Content Repository Extreme. So everything in AEM, let it be your assets, let it be your web pages, let it be your code, everything is a resource. So everything is stored in a form of node. So everything, all the nodes, all the data, all your content on your web pages, everything is stored in the CRX. That is your content repository. It is created following some Java specifications. So, it follows the specifications of JCR, Java Content Repository. So it is created using JCR principles, JCR specifications. So and that is very important feature of AEM because everything that is there in AEM is stored in CRX. Along with that, I mean, if the situation arises, you can use external databases also, but the CRX is what that comes out of the box with AEM. So on top of that, there's a Sling content delivery. So Sling is a web framework that follows RESTful principles. So it follows almost all of the REST principles. So, uh, all the basic things, all the basic components, everything, there are Sling APIs that are used for that. So that is again very important feature of AEM. And then on top of that, there are AEM modules. So in the, in the server, out of the box, there are certain modules like as I mentioned in the beginning. So those modules comes inbuilt out of the box. There will be foundation components. There are provisions to create your campaign segments, your teasers, your personalization, your components, templates. So all these modules comes inbuilt along with the server. Then apart from that, you can create your custom application modules also. You can do the integrations, you can create the components. So apart from the out-of-the-box things, you can do a lot of customizations with AEM. That is the best part about AEM. It is very robust. So you can do the integration with the e-commerce tools. You can do the integration with, say, for Salesforce, or you can do with WebSphere, or for designing, though. I mean, you can do the integration with other Adobe tools also, like Illustrator, InDesign. So all the customizations are possible in AEM. Along with all this, there is very important thing is OSGI framework. So that is Open System Gateway Initiative. So this framework that works on the principle that um, they have something called bundle. So the bundle is nothing but a jar file, Java archive file. But how it is different from the conventional jar file is it provides some external, some additional metadata information, um, which helps us in achieving the modular programming. I mean, the bundles that we create are independent modular components that can be used as a standalone one. So those modules, those bundles are not dependent on the other modules. It can be used as a standalone one. You can start the bundle, you can stop it, you can uninstall. It will not impact the other modules. So it helps us in achieving the loose coupling. So there's no coupling, there's no dependency on the other bundles. So OSGI framework helps us in achieving the OSGI framework principles. So that was the basic architectural, very higher overview of AEM. So, so this is the welcome screen when we start the AEM, and for each and everything there's a different console. Um, so as you can see on the screen, there's a website console where we can go and create our websites, where we can create the localizations, we can create the multiple web pages. So all this can be done using website console. Then there's a different console for digital assets where we can keep all our digital assets like images, videos, and PDFs. Then we have a screen for campaigns. As the name suggests, we can create our marketing campaigns there. And there's inbox functionality where we get the notifications. Say, for example, if we create a workflow, then on publishing a page, say if we make any change in the web page and we publish it to the other environment, so the admin will get the notification in his inbox. So that is again out of the box. Then the next thing is the users console where we can manage all the user groups, or we can manage the permissions for individual users. We can add the individual user to the groups. We can create the closed user groups as well. So all those we can achieve using the user management. Then there are some miscellaneous tools like for multi-site management. We can create the replication agents. Um, so a replication agent is another important concept of AEM, using which we can push the content. In AEM, we have two instances. One is author instance and other one is publish instance. Author instance is the one where we do all the editing. It is the one where we make all the changes, and the publish instance is what the end user will see. So once we make the changes, once we create the web pages, or once we do some editing at the author side, we will push the changes to the publish instance. So in order to do that, we have to create an agent, and that the whole concept is known as replication. So under replication also we have forward replication and reverse replication. So forward replication is sending from author to publish, whereas the reverse replication is to send from published back to author instance. And also we can create another agent, that is dispatcher flush agent. So that is used for clearing logs. So dispatcher is another tool from Adobe which is used for load balancing and caching. So we configure the dispatcher, and if there's a huge traffic, what dispatcher does is it's create the cached copy of the pages. So if the same, if the request is for same page, so instead of sending all the traffic to the publish instance, instead of doing that, it handles its own side only. It will send the cached page. So that helps in reducing the traffic at the published instance. So along with that, some logs are created at dispatcher side. So if we have to clear those logs, for that we can create a dispatcher flush agent. So that is also another type of replication agent. So that is again in the tool. So similarly, we have a lot of other tools as well under tool. Then there's a functionality of tagging. So again, as the name suggests, we can create tags. It is for primarily this is used for segregation. Say if you have a lot of content on your website, or say for example, if you create your e-commerce website, so there will be different products. But if you want to uh, tag a different image to different categories. So for that we can use tagging. So similarly, for different requirements we can use tagging. It's a very useful thing to do. So these are the basic things that we can do in AEM. Apart from this, um, also CRX comes with its own IDE. So we call it CRXDE Lite. So CRXDE Lite is the place where you can create your project, where you can create your components, templates, so all these things where you can also view your content, whatever is there in your repository, you can view in CRXDE Lite. So there is an option on this welcome screen, our CRXDE Lite. So I'll quickly take you to the CRXDE Lite screen. So this is the CRXDE console. So as you can see, all the folders here. So each folder has its own significance. All your projects are in apps, and similarly, all your content will be in the content folder, and whatever the tools that we discussed earlier, all this configuration of the tools and the data related to tools will be under etc folder. And also all the user management will be under the home folder. So similarly, all the folders has its own relevance. Like we have a library folder where we have the foundation components and all the library related files or bundles, so all are under the folder. So this is CRXD Lite where we can do the development part. Apart from that, we can integrate with Eclipse also, and we can do the actual development in Eclipse as well. So it's as per one's own comfort level. Wherever you want to do, you can use that. Then there's something called a package manager. So package manager is the place or it's a console where you can create your packages. So once you're done with the development or once you have completed your project and if you want to create a package of it, or if you're done with any particular functionality and then you want to take a backup of that, for that also you can create a package. So for all these requirements, all these scenarios, we have this package manager screen. Also, if you have some external connectors or some other packages, so those packages you can upload as well from the screen. So as you can see, we have this functionality of creating a package and also uploading a package. So package manager is used for that. Then there's something called Felix console. So you can say a console for your OSGI bundles. So I'll open that. So this screen is known as the Felix console. So it has a lot of different options. So right now I'm in bundles. So all these bundles are the out of the box one. But once we start working on our projects and if we create some Java code, some backend code, so behind the pictures a bundle is created and then the bundle is uploaded here. And as I mentioned earlier, the bundles are the standalone modules. So you can see all these are OSGI bundles. So if you want, you can stop the bundle, or if you want to refresh it, or if you want to update or delete, so you can do it on the individual bundle. It will not impact the other bundles. So these are the standalone components, standalone modules. Along with that, on Felix console, we can do the configuration. So whatever, if we are configuring anything, say if we want to shorten the URL, or if we want to configure an email, or if we want to set a project specific logger for putting the logging statements. So everything can be achieved using the config manager. So that option is again there on the Felix console. So apart from that, there are many other things. It's a huge console. So as you can see, there are a lot of options. So all this we can achieve using the Felix. Then There are other things also in AEM. We can create reports, we can create cluster images of the instance, we can create different replicas of your instance, and you can configure your dispatcher, you can create, so you have this workflow console also, where you can either make use of the existing workflow. There are a lot of workflows that comes out of the box with AEM. As you can see, all these ones are the out of the box ones. But if you want to create your own, you can create your new workflows as per your requirement. So that also we can achieve using AEM. So there is option to take the backup. There is option to create clusters. And CRXDE Lite we have already covered. And there's a link for the documentation also that is there on the Adobe site. It takes you to the documentation link where you have all the documentation related to AEM. So these all are the basic concepts of AEM. And also with the 6.0 version, AEM has come up with two different interfaces. One is we call it as a classic UI, which was used traditionally, and the new one that has come up with the version 6.0 is the touch UI. It is created keeping all the touch devices in mind. So there are different views for your touch UI, and there are different views for your classic UI. So I'll open website console and I'll give you just an overview of that. So there are some sites, full websites that comes that comes along with the package for your reference. So we will open one of the website. So this view is for the classic UI, and this on the left hand side you can see this one is a content finder. So all the content that you can see here is coming from the DAM, from the digital asset manager. Your images, your videos will be coming from here. And this on your right that you can see is a sidekick. So here we have a different option. So these all are the components that we can just simply drag and drop on our page. So these components are again standalone things that we can use as per our need, as per our project requirement. So also we can see all page related properties here, and we can get the logs, we can set the permissions at the page level. Also we can create a versions of the page, and if we want to put some workflows on the page, so that also we can select from here. So here we can see the list of all the workflows available. So if we want to apply some workflow on a particular page, we can select from the sidekick. Along with that, there are different views. We can open the page in edit mode. We can open it in preview mode. And so similarly, there are other views available as well. So this one was a classic UI, but the new one for touch UI is slightly different from the classic UI. So this is the same page, but it is open in the touch UI mode. So instead of Sidekick, they have this implemented using HTML5. So whatever options were there in the Sidekick are available in this. Also using AEM, it's very easy to edit. Say if I have an image here on my page. So if I want to change the image, I will just edit this component and I can drag and drop any other image from my content finder to my component. So this is my image component where I'm using this image. I can clear this image and I can upload whatever image I want. So editing in AEM is very easy. I mean, the content author need not go to the code to do that. Also, I'll show you in classic mode also how can you edit the page. As by default, if you open the page, it will be in the edit mode. So if I say if I want to change this image, I'll just double click on the component and I can clear this image. Instead of this, if I want to make use of any other image, I'll just drag and drop that image and that will be visible on my page. So it's as easy as that. And after editing, if you want to preview it, you can just go to preview mode. And you can see how your website will look. So that's how you can your page. So that's a basic functionality of how AEM works. So I'm done with my demo for now.